Hi, welcome to Ringside with Kayla. Today I have the undefeated 15-0 Xander Zayas. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I'm excited. I'm excited to put on a show June 10th. Weeks, literally a week out, and I'm happy.
To start this off, do you mind explaining a little bit how you got started in boxing and how that journey first started out for you?
Started boxing when I was 5 years old. My mom put me in boxing to learn how to defend myself. I was a victim of bullying, and everything took off from there. Since the age of 5, I kind of fell in love with the sport and the dedication and the hard work. And by age of 11, that's when I really took it serious, and I said that this was going to be my job. This was going to be my dream career. And at the age of 16, had the opportunity to sign my first professional contract with Top Rank, became the youngest ever, and now I'm living my dreams.
And speaking of you signing with Tom Brake at only 16 years old, did you feel any pressure, being able to not only sign at that young age, but also to represent Puerto Rico too?
No, I didn't feel no pressure, and to this day, I don't feel pressure. I feel like it's a responsibility. I know what I have to do in the ring and outside of the ring. I listen to my team, to my company very well. I try to stay as focused as possible, and I always knew that I had the talent to do anything that I put myself into, and boxing was it, and I put my all into this. And again, I'm just here at 20 years old, living my dreams.
And after all those years of you training, at what age did you know that you wanted to turn pro?
And like it was a big difference because at the age of 11, that's when I kind of found out that this is what I really wanted to do. But then we the goal was to make the Olympics, the 2020 Olympics. Then the AIBA changed the rules, and I had to be 18 to qualify. I was gonna miss out for a couple of months, I believe it was. So then that dream kind of shattered because I didn't want to wait for 2024. And that's when the opportunity to sign a professional contract came in after my second back-to-back national, to qualify for Team USA, in 2019. That opportunity came about, and I was excited. I was excited to sign my contract.
And I'm pretty sure like growing up, were you a fan of Miguel Cotto?
Miguel Cotto is my hero. Is my boxing hero. Somebody that I look up to, and I will have the opportunity to be fighting for his trophy June 10th at Puerto Rican Day weekend. So I'm excited for that, and I want to show the world in Puerto Rico that soon enough they will have a new champion.
That's amazing. I'm so excited to see you, compete for that trophy. And being such a huge fan of Miguel Cotto, how was that first time being able to meet to somebody that you looked up to so much?
It was exciting. It was exciting. I was a bit nervous at the beginning. I didn't know how to go up to him, but then I called him, and he knew who I was right away. So he gave me props, told me to stay focused, told me to stay dedicated, and the sky is the limit. And from that day, I got so much more respect for him as a person. Um, and now somebody that I can consider my friend. I can call him, I can text him anytime, and he's there to give me advice and to help me in anything that I need. So it's exciting. It's exciting to see all those fighters that I used to look up to, being able to talk to them and have a great friendship with them is amazing.
Yeah, and being where you are in your career and you've already accomplished so much, how's it being able to like now know Miguel Cotto and be friends with him, but also I know you're close with Amanda Serrano. So how is it to be close with both of them and to represent Puerto Rico with those two boxing stars as well?
Oh man, Amanda Serrano is she's the goat. She's the goat for Puerto Rico. She was the first man or female undisputed champion for the island. So that's exciting, and it's somebody that again I look up to, I respect a lot, and that is putting boxing, women's boxing back in the map, making all these big fights happen. Now with a promotional company, I mean everything, a management company. I mean everything about it is just amazing about her, and I respect her team a lot. Her sister, her manager and coach, and somebody that I got a lot of love for.
Well, I think you're also very close with Christina Cruz as well.
Yeah. I'm very close with Christina. We train together. That's like my big sister, and we always joking around. We always goofing around. I saw her today actually, and again, somebody that I look up to as a person. She's very humble, very respectful, and she works hard. She works very hard to accomplish all her dreams, and somebody that I had the pleasure, or I have the pleasure to be working alongside.
Yeah, I think that's really cool how you're able to, not only grow up and, watch these fighters fight and like look up to them, but now you're also able to engage with them and,
Yeah.
actually like know them as in person as well. But also knowing how dedicated you are to the sport and how dedicated your mindset is. Would you say that your mindset came from the sport of boxing, or did it come from your family and from your team?
A bit of both. I feel like the sport of boxing changed your mindset. You have to be more about yourself and the people around you, but also my family. The way that I was brought up. At the end of the day, eh, a lot of people say it's a one man sport, but I don't see it that way. I see it's a whole family behind me. It's a whole team behind me. It's a whole circle that cares about me and that want me to see. They want me to see me succeed. So I feel like all that love, all that respect, all that being humble around other people just come from the people that I grew up with, the people that brought me up, my dad, my mom, my coach, my manager. They always told me that at the end of the day, it's a team effort, and we all got to be in the same page to make everything happen.
And also, a lot of people are saying that you are on the road to being the next big thing for Puerto Rico. How does that make you feel?
Man, it's amazing. It's amazing because again, I'm 20 years old, something that I always dreamed of, and now it's happening. I have a great fan base that show me a lot of love and a lot of support, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. Um, but for now, I'm just trying to stay as focused as possible. I know that people want to see me fight this big fight and want me to be a world champion already. But again, I'm 20 years old. I feel like the company is taking me in the right direction with the right steps, with the right opponents at the right time. And as long as I can continue to keep winning fights, staying dedicated, and just keep getting better, sooner than later, I'll be a world champion.
Yeah, it's so amazing to see how much you've already accomplished at only 20 years old. But that does take a lot of confidence to enter the ring, and to be able to compete like that. So whenever you enter the ring, how do you keep yourself composed, and how do you keep yourself mentally strong?
Knowing that I put the work, knowing that I suffered throughout camp, that I give my all every time in, every time I step into the ring, every time I step into the track, into the strength conditioning gym, I was able to give it my all, and that's what keeps me focused and composed, knowing that all the hard work is done. Now it's time to have fun, and that my opponent at the end of the day, no disrespect to nobody, but I just see it as they're not better than me. They haven't worked as hard as me. They haven't dedicated their whole life as I have, and I'm ready to again put on a show for all the fans.
And you had an injury in March that postponed your fight in April, but now you get to fight on June 10th at the Madison Square Garden. How does it feel to not only come back from that injury, but now to fight at the Madison Square Garden as well now?
Ah, it's amazing. It's gonna be my second fight back to back at MSG. My longest layoff, but at the end of the day, I feel like the my body needed that. My body needed the rest, and I'm strong. I'm happy. I'm in a great place mentally and physically, and I'm ready to put on all on display June 10th.
My last question for you is, Father's Day is around the corner. What is your favorite memory that you have with your dad, and how has he impacted you as the person that you are today?
Man, the best memory I have a lot of memories with my dad, but one of the best memories that I can remember and that I always look back to is that one conversation that we had at 11 years old when he told me, "Do you want to take boxing serious or do you want to make it a hobby? So we don't have to keep wasting everybody's time, your coaches, our time, your sister time, and your time." And he told me, he gave me a week, and that day I didn't even need it the week. I told him, mate, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to dedicate myself. And after that, I was able to rank myself number one in every weight class that I touched in the USA. And I was able to again become the youngest ever to sign a contract with the biggest company in boxing, Top Rank. And ever since then, everything just changed. Everything just switched in my in my head, in my life. And my dad is my hero, somebody that I look up to, somebody that I want to be like when I grow up. And when I have my own kids, I want to be able to say that my dad influenced the way that I teach my kids and the way that I bring my kids, up to, being grown men and grown adults.
That's the thing to see, how much of a strong bond you and your father have. And, I'm really looking forward to seeing your next fight on June 10th. And I just want to thank you so much again for doing this with me today.
No, thank you very much. And to all the fathers out there, you guys mean a lot to us. As long, just keep supporting us, keep giving us the time. And I'm telling you, nothing will be impossible for us. And again, Kayla, thank you very much for the opportunity. It means a lot. And June 10th on ESPN, I'll put on a show.